Regarding the last Elder 25 raid, is this complete bullshit or is there some truth to it? I'll make it bigger so you guys can read it. Honestly, it's not the players that he's playing with. It's really not. It's him. He screwed up more than anyone else. He's absolutely clueless at raid mechanics or raid leading in general. In the previous raid, he had no idea that the threat resets on Ignis ads once they hit Molten status. He's right about that. I did not. I think they changed it for time walking, but I don't remember. He asked his raid why they popped heroism without his permission whenever Razor Scale ends, yet they still hit the enrage timer and wipe. Okay. The reason why is because people were doing it whenever I said not to do it. It had nothing to do as to whether it was an effective usage of the heroism. It was because I wanted them to use it whenever I told them to use it so we could make plans and plan accordingly. They were on the verge of wiping whenever they got the kill on the second pull. Yeah, that's true. Wait, didn't we use heroism on the first time you went down on the second pull? I think we did, right? No, let me pull it up. I think I did. Yeah, true. So wait a second. Yeah, we did. We did that. He has no clue how Oriella works. He kept pulling the cats away from the raid, giving them free range to pounce. If you stack them all up, they deal 250% damage. You have to spread them. Most groups do what I did, and most people do get pounced. They just get healed before they die. That's the difference. He's using revenge meme spec, so he's getting decimated on Hodir and Thorum. Asmon even received the Storm Power buff and didn't bother to run it into melee. He had 5 stacks of it whenever it finally expired. He's completely clueless of mechanics. Unfortunately, this is not true. The reason why I did that in Hodir is I didn't want people to stand inside of the beams. Do you know why? Because if they stood inside of the beams and an icicle came down, they would choose to take damage from the icicle to keep damaging in the beams. Does anybody think that I'm wrong? Yeah. Whenever I make decisions, I'm not making a decision for the most efficient way of doing the raid. I am making decisions in the context of having a raid of people who have a lower IQ than a less than average IQ gorilla. Now let's talk about Thorum. So I was playing the revenge meme spec on Thorum. So if you go back and you watch our wipes on Thorum, the same thing happened every single time. And what had happened is that we had wipes over and over and over because ads in the main area were overwhelming the group. So I decided to swap over and to tank the ads. And if you go and you watch the way that I do this, you'll see that not only am I holding aggro with every single mob, but I'm also doing top damage in the arena, causing myself to completely shut down any sort of ads that would happen. And that allowed us to enter phase 2 with no problems at all. That means your group is garbage. Yes, and sometimes whenever you have a garbage group, you have to adapt to that group and make decisions and changes that are not actually the normal decisions and changes that you would make in a normal situation. That doesn't make you stupid, that makes you smart. He claims he can't call out what side of the tunnel is getting shockwave on Thorum, which makes no sense because he has to look for himself to dodge it. The mechanic has a 4-second windup, and stream delay is about 3 to 4 seconds. I can't call it out because of stream delay. By the time stream delay will let people know what side it's on, it will have already happened. He moves around on Thorum and Chain Lightnings on melee and gets himself one-shot, and then asks what was that. Did I tell the melee to spread out for Chain Lightning? Yes, I did. Did they do it? No. That's why I was moving around. I'm not saying people should play perfect on these things, but if he's going to trash talk his raid for 4 hours straight, then at least be the direct cause of half the issues they had, when he's actually worse than the players he's with. This guy is literally hot garbage in WoW. He complains about his raid not trying while he's using strength gems on his tank gear. Wait, what's wrong with that? I don't know. Maybe people use expertise? I think strength is fine. He complains about his raid not trying when he's using strength gems and using some blue 200 item level DPS weapon to tank in. He can't... Oh, by the way, that blue item level 200 weapon top the DPS charts on Thorum. Do you know why? Because it works. Because axe is the strongest specialization, and there are no other axes. I didn't get last laugh, so this was the best thing I could get. Because sword specialization has an ICD, which lowers its value, not to mention the fact that I'm using a one-handed weapon, because only it just multiplies the auto attack, and a one-handed auto attack does less than a two-handed one, so it's already nerfed in two different ways. I didn't want to use a mace, now I'm using one anyway because I got a really good one, but I didn't want to because it has armor penetration. Armor penetration has low value right now, because not only do I not have armor penetration gear, but there's not even that much of it in the game right now. Now, I would want to use a mace maybe in ICC, because ICC you have way more armor pen, but right now you can't do that. So the only option that leads us with is axe. Now, axe does not only give you a 5% more crit, but it also gives you 5% more crit damage. So it is easily the best option, and anybody who thinks otherwise is insane. Not sure high DPS is what tanks are going for? Yes, it is. Everything that you have above 1 HP is a waste. That can all be put into damage. He can't be bothered to go farm Ukar, Pinnacle Tank Sword, or Nax 10 tank weapon. Oh, that's right. Because he only plays the game when a new phase is out for raids to 2 weeks and then quits. Dude has 2 Nax clears logged on Warcraft logs. I couldn't even watch the entirety of the second raid. He's so bad at the game and makes himself look like an idiot. He just blames it on everyone else, and most of his viewers will believe him, because they themselves probably aren't seeing who the real causer is. He needs to stick to doing react videos and stay out of raiding. Dude is completely washed up and has next to zero raid knowledge or raid leading skills. It's sad. It really is sad. It's Reiner's burner account? Yeah, this is Gus's alt account. I'm gonna be honest. The only one, yes, I didn't know that the ads reset threat, which by the way, keep in mind, did this change the outcome of the fight? No, it did not. And immediately I changed what I was doing because of it. And then this part is true too. That I forgot that the, I thought you either got rooted or people had to run away from you. I forgot which one it was. You're a dickhead but a good player? Well, not only am I a good player, but I am a great raid leader. I'm such a good raid leader that this person doesn't even understand what I'm doing. They can't even comprehend the idea that the reason why I can't call out in the tunnel for shockwaves on Thorum is because I need to make a 4-second reaction, and stream delay is 4 seconds. We did use heroism whenever Razor Scale landed, and the cats right there, most people move away from the cats, and even whenever I told people what to do, they still did it wrong. It's sad. But that's why I'm clearing Ulduar, and he's writing in the YouTube comments.